everyone, welcome to today's Lanyang studio. I'm the host, Chelsea, and now it's my honor to begin an interview with our school's tennis class director, Mandy.
Hi everyone, I'm Mandy.
Before starting our conversation, I would like to remind our audience that we are also live streaming now. Therefore, you guys can interact with us more. Okay, Mandy, the main topic of today's talk is inspirational figures. I've heard that you have been greatly influenced by Roger Federer. This is also the reason why you established the tennis club.
You're right, he really influenced me a lot.
Well, I believe the audience is curious about how that began.
It's a long story actually. It began back in 2017.
Wow, what happened?
My family and I were celebrating the Moon Festival at my grandma's house. However, my dad wasn't outside enjoying the barbecue with us. Instead, he was glued to the TV.
What was your dad watching?
It appeared that he was watching a tennis match. I was curious about why the game was so attractive to him, so I joined him. This was my first time watching a tennis match.
What was going on in the match?
There were two tennis players, one younger, one older. Guess which one my dad was rooting for? Send your comments.
Looking at the comments, it appears that most of our listeners guessed the younger one.
No, you guys are wrong. My dad was cheering for the older player, and it was obvious that he was down by a lot. It looked like it was game over.
What happened next?
In the fourth set, something changed. The older player gradually caught up and evened the score. At this moment, I realized everyone in my family was transfixed.
The two players must have been exhausted.
You're absolutely right. They were sweating like pigs. And worse, the match went into the fifth set, which was the tiebreaker.
The one who perseveres to the end will win the match. It is truly a challenge for both of them.
Yeah, and they both wanted it. A clear outcome to the intense battle was hanging in a moment until the last minute.
And who finally won the match?
The result was totally beyond everyone's expectations. The older player, who was down lots of points at first, clinched the championship.
Wow, unbelievable! Oh, look at one of the comments. This match lasted for over 3 hours.
True, it was longer than the average game. Everyone was amazed by their endurance. My dad even cried after the match.
Is it because the player he supported won the game, or is there another reason?
That is only one of the reasons. It turned out that this was the game between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. The former was already 35 years old then. On the contrary, the latter was merely 29 years old.
What's more, Federer had been the former top-ranked player for 310 weeks and had won 20 Grand Slam titles. However, Nadal superseded him afterwards. But at the age of 35, he beat Nadal. That was astonishing. With Roger Federer's outstanding skill and perseverance, a championship eventually belonged to him. And he not only won the game, but also won everyone's respect, didn't he?
Of course, and I really admire him a lot. I even started to learn how to play tennis.
You must love playing tennis very much now.
You're absolutely right. I play tennis with my parents during the weekends. This is a big change for me because I rarely exercised before.
Wow, that is great. You told us in the beginning that Roger Federer is special to you. Can you tell us which part you admire the most?
Well, in addition to his extraordinary tennis skills, he also shows his utmost respect to his opponents.
It sounds like he has a sportsman-like attitude.
Yeah, and learning more about him, I even found out that he devoted himself to charity.
We can see that Roger Federer established the Roger Federer Foundation to help disadvantaged children and to promote their access to education and sport.
That's true. And inspired by him, I even joined a volunteer vacation to Cambodia.
Wow, share with us about your journey.
In junior high school, I signed up for this program held by my school with my friends. During the 20-plus days in a small village in Cambodia, we built some houses and toilets, promoted health education, handed out goods, and taught children some basic English words.
Can you tell us what you saw and learned during this campaign?
Well, as we know, Cambodia is a developing country. However, when arriving at a small village, I was still shocked by what I saw. There was nearly no infrastructure. Most of the villagers were living in poverty, and children didn't even have a chance to get an education. After seeing this, I realized that places like this are all around the world, and people living there need our help.
True, that's why Roger Federer established the Roger Federer Foundation.
Yeah, it's pretty kind and loving of him to do this.
Recently, rumor has it that Roger Federer is going to retire. What do you think?
Well, I know that he had undergone a right ankle surgery last year. Whether or not he retires, I'm sure that his spirit will last forever.
You're right. He's definitely a legend in many people's hearts. Thank you, Mandy, for sharing your inspirational figure with us today. We had a great time together today. I hope that we can invite you to our club again next time. Now, let's say goodbye to our friends and listeners. Bye!